Oi, यार!
Numerous trail camera captures have revealed the evidence to the existence of the most strange, mysterious and terrifying creatures, many of which are still unidentified. Here are some of the most shocking trail camera captures.
Shoot!
Haunted lounge. In a cozy TV lounge, laughter fills the air as a trio of kids play together. Suddenly, a shocking incident occurs in which a shadow that cannot be seen was pulling one of the kids upwards and then dragging him into the room, shocking the other kids. The children panicked, frozen in fear. Fear is in the air, the room falls into a tense silence, and the children froze, their innocent playtime disrupted by demonic interference. Unexplained experience. The video taken by a security camera showed a weary woman returning from a long day. Her peaceful air enveloped her as she slept. However, the weather has changed dramatically. The door to the closed room creaked open as if pushed by an invisible force. The woman wakes up to find that she is alone with all the windows closed, her eyes full of fear. Angels. In the woods, a trail camera captured these events. This occurred on April 17, 2022. And the footage was uploaded to the camera. Since then, it has gained many views and sparked various questions. People wonder if it's a random occurrence, angels, or even aliens. Every viewer has a different theory about the creatures in the video, yet nothing can be confirmed for certain. An old man. In India, multiple individuals recorded a man dressed in all white walking on a building's roof. The man's unusually large size and peculiar movements led people to believe he was a ghost. Honestly, encountering such a figure on a rooftop would be quite unsettling. The police were notified, and they are currently investigating. So far, they haven't found any information about the man's identity.
Mysterious humanoid. This footage was captured by a person in India, where the locals of a specific area have witnessed a pale, tall, and thin humanoid figure lurking on the sides of the roads. The figure resembles a human body, but it is pale in color, has no hair, and is very frail and thin. It has abnormally long and thin limbs. The eerie figure has been seen multiple times, calmly walking down the street. Killer mountain lion. This video was shot by a man who was sleeping peacefully in his house when he suddenly heard loud noises and thuds on his deck. He decided to get up and investigate. As he peered out the window, he saw a mountain lion who had just killed his prey and was standing over it, right on top of the entrance of the man's property. The lion's prey was an elk, and it was laying lifeless on the ground. The man decided to not go any further, but when the lion suddenly looks around and spots the man, the lion hisses at him, clearly warning him to come no closer.
A monster in the dark. This one might be a bit fuzzy, but don't let that fool you. The monster this guy caught on camera is still pretty darn scary. When he first saw it, he figured it was just a really big deer or something. But things quickly took a turn for the spooky when it started lumbering towards them. As it got closer, he realized it looked less like an animal and more like a massive human. A girl floating in the air. Once upon a time, a Russian guy was strolling through the woods with his dog. Suddenly, the pooch ignored its owner's commands and ran off while barking furiously. Curious, the man decided to follow the dog and captured something astonishing on camera. He saw a woman and a child in a clearing, but the child wasn't standing or running like any ordinary human. Instead, the child was floating in the air while the woman was staring at her. To this day, nobody knows who they were or what exactly they were doing there.
A mystic creature. In a chilling encounter, a woman captures an otherworldly creature on her journey. The creature has snake-like green skin, golden oval eyes, and deformed hands resembling webbed feet. With a towering height, 2 legs, and a long tail, its head is covered in spine-like arches. Silent intruder. In a terrifying incident, an owner of a house named Laura fell asleep on her couch, blind to the looming threat. A bold burglar seized the possibility and stealthily broke into her home in search of valuables. As Laura is peacefully dozed, the intruder crept into the dwelling room, rifling through her property. Unbeknownst to the thief, Safety cameras were quietly recording each circulate. The burglar callously took Laura's cash and pockets before making their getaway. However, justice prevailed, while law enforcement later apprehended the culprit using the critical proof captured at the surveillance footage. Sinister entity. In a small city, a group of enthusiastic employees have been participating in a social media task. They aim to capture charming moments and share them with the online network. Little did they realize that their innocent enterprise would take an eerie flip. The cameraman observed an unsettling presence lurking at the back of the frame of one of the photographs. At the start, he disregarded it as a prank by way of mischievous pals. However, a developing unease gripped the group as they examined the image more intently. Something malevolent had manifested itself in their apparently harmless undertaking. Mystery encounter. In this reputedly regular photograph, a fascinating thriller unfolds when visitors observe the bottom left corner carefully. Even as a few speculate it's a canine, others endorse an altogether unusual species. To some eager eyes, the creature resembles an ape, in addition deepening the enigma. The anomaly intensifies as its orientation stays unsure, puzzling onlookers about which way it's dealing with. A crawling man. Here's a spooky nighttime video captured by a trail camera. A human-like figure emerges from behind a tree and starts crawling in a bizarre manner. Some called it a skinwalker. Others thought it was just someone in a white suit playing a prank. The truth remains a mystery as the culprit was never caught. Elusive black fur mystery. Amidst the joy of a family camping trip, a serene fishing lesson takes a spine-chilling turn. The father, engrossed in teaching his sons, is captivated by a peculiar sight in the nearby bushes. Curiosity grips the mother as she captures the moment on camera and follows his gaze. To their astonishment, an enigmatic figure lurks among the foliage, unlike any creature they've encountered before. Cloaked in black fur, it resembles a human-like presence, evoking images of the legendary Bigfoot, a sea alien. This happened a few years back when a woman recorded this video. The creature we see here is unlike any other sea creature ever captured. What was it? Nobody knew. It was called the alien of the sea after the people saw it on the internet, as not even the experts could tell what kind of fish it was. Cryptid. TikTok users often capture a wide variety of moments on camera, and this particular recording is exceptionally eerie. The person who recorded it felt something strange was happening around them. Their camera ended up documenting a pale, human-like figure with glowing eyes attempting to enter through a fence. It seems this creature might have noticed the camera, given how it locks eyes with it directly. Creepy, man. Out in Montana's remote areas, two men encountered an individual dressed in a shirt and trousers standing in the woods. Assuming the person might need assistance, they halted and called out to him. The response they got was unsettling, as the figure emerged from the woods in an unsettling, crawling manner, revealing its non-human nature. The question remains, what could it have been?
Devil in the shadow. While capturing the beauty of the forests, the cameraman records a terrifying devil with blue, shiny eyes and elongated body. Fear grips the cameraman as he encounters this mysterious devil lurking in the shadows. The true nature of this entity, whether spirit or beast, remains unknown. In the creepy, snowy landscape, a big, dark creature runs through the darkness. Its furry body blends with the cold surroundings as it moves with an eerie grace. Falling snowflakes add an unsettling touch, making it seem like something mysterious hides in the freezing air. The scene is spooky, leaving us curious about the creature's intentions and creating a sense of mystery. The cameraman dives into the sea, revealing unseen and disturbing creatures. Dolphins playfully create bubbles, while a friendly seal enjoys human company. The encounter with these mysterious sea creatures leaves viewers astonished. Giant lion. A family raises a lion as a pet, creating a terrifying situation. Despite the owner's affection, the wild nature of the lion is evident when it attacks a journalist during an interview. The presence of such a dangerous animal poses a constant threat to everyone around. Encounter chupacabra. During a man's stroll, he spotted a peculiar creature and immediately began filming it, convinced it was a chupacabra, resembling a thin, hairless dog with a long tail and glowing eyes. However, doubts arose. speculating whether it could be a sick raccoon, a dog, or it actually was a chupacabra. The mystery deepened when a group of onlookers watched the creature abrupt rise and swiftly dart away. Its true identity remains an enigma, leaving everyone intrigued by the strange encounter.
An olive baboon. Have you ever thought about what it's like for those trail cams left all by themselves in the woods? Well, this video gives you a little sneak peek into their world as a curious baboon tries to swipe one. But don't worry, the camera was tied down tight, so the baboon couldn't make off with it, no matter how hard it tried. A clown. Trail cameras are usually used to capture pictures of animals in the wild. But sometimes these cameras get something really spooky on film. One time, a man wearing a clown mask was caught on camera deep in the forest at night. It's unclear what he was doing out there, or if he was even a real man at all. The creepy clown looked right into the camera for a few seconds before disappearing into the woods, leaving everyone with a chill. Who knows what other scary things might be hiding out there? Vampire deer. Check out this cool trail cam footage of a deer chomping away on some grass. But wait, there's more to this deer than meets the eye. It's actually a vampire deer. These creatures are native to China and Korea, and what makes them stand out are their massive tusk-like teeth. Despite their intimidating appearance, they're actually quite small, weighing in at around 33 to 65 pounds and standing only 2 to 3 feet tall. You can usually find them chilling by bodies of water in grasslands and wetlands, and they tend to be most active in the early morning and late afternoon.
Unexpected appearance. During a search for the elusive Bigfoot, a man's trail camera unexpectedly records the appearance of a dog man. This creature possesses the body of a man but moves with the gait and characteristics of a dog. Its black face, wide eyes, and prominent nose create an unsettling presence, blurring the line between the natural and the paranormal. Jersey Devil. In the darkness of Jersey, the camera captures the existence of the infamous Jersey Devil. This demonic creature's wing is glimpsed as it prepares to vanish into the shadows, realizing its presence has been detected. The legendary Jersey Devil, long confined to tales, now emerges as a real and chilling entity. Creepy CCTV captures. On this chilling CCTV footage, a couple stands unsuspectingly in their TV front room whilst an inexplicable and eerie occasion unfolds. Out of nowhere, a baby's teddy bear and walker start moving on their own, defying all logical explanation. The couple's expressions flip from wonder to disbelief as they witness the unsettling paranormal interest earlier than their very eyes. The teddy bear seems to dance, whilst the walker movements as though guided by using an unseen force. This spine-tingling come-upon leaves the couple questioning the bounds of the supernatural, and visitors captivated by means of the haunting mystery that surrounds the inexplicable event in the television living room. A figure in the backyard. This man was hearing weird voices from outside his house, so he decided to look out the window to see what was happening. As he turned the lights off inside the room, the view outside became clear. That's when we saw the figure emerging from behind the bush and coming straight towards the man. Even though there was a whole window between them, the man got so scared that he immediately backed off from the spot. Someone in the woods. Living in a place surrounded by woods isn't something you only see in the movies. Some people actually live like that. For instance, this man who kept hearing voices at night decided to check it out one day. What he recorded was a weird figure with glowing eyes in the middle of the woods. Luckily, it did not try to follow the man, or who knows what might have happened. A mystery creature. So this man was just searching for old items in his outhouse when he captured this mysterious being, just sitting there behind old furniture. The weird shape of the head and the glowing eyes make it look like an alien, but it could be something else too. Nonetheless, the sight is as scary as hell, especially when you are alone. Cryptid chupacabra. At first it might seem like a normal video. The man has a camera on and he is wandering around in the woods. All that's in sight are trees, grass, and mud. But then the camera stops, And in that moment you see a terrifying face. With its white teeth, demon-like smile and scary eyes, it looked more like a demon than an actual demon itself in that moment. And of course, the man ran for his life after seeing that
Unexplained enigma in the forest. In 2018, well-known traveler CJ and his partner Emma had an unsettling experience while fixing their camp fridge in a remote forest. While recording a vlog, CJ noticed his dog acting strangely. Later, while shooting for Instagram, they heard a loud moaning sound near a well. To their surprise, a woman appeared in the forest, but she vanished upon closer inspection. The dog became nervous and fixated on the well. The mysterious woman reappeared briefly near the food van before disappearing again. Despite capturing the events on video, the eerie encounter remains inexplicable, leaving the source of the moaning and the woman's enigmatic presence unresolved. The Nun. This creepy photo was captured by a home security camera that is designed to snap images when there is any kind of movement detected. The homeowner shared this image saying that he has no clue what this is, and there are no statuettes or religious objects in the house that could create such reflections. The photos show a blurry figure at one side of the frame, staring straight into the camera with its head sideways. The figure clearly resembles a nun. However, the person clarified that there is no such thing that could create such an illusion. The viewers also agreed with the homeowner's guesses and advised him to either consider moving to a different house or getting a priest to bless his house.
Fight Club. Uploaded in May 2023, this video titled Fight Club shows turkeys roaming peacefully in the forest until they suddenly start attacking each other. The reason for the fight remains unknown, but the owner thought it was the coolest thing ever caught on their trail cam. Extraterrestrial beings. In Castle Rising, a team embarked on a scary quest. A creepy sound echoed in ancient walls, bridging worlds. While moving ahead, their camera revealed the unseen, linking them to the supernatural. The image suggests the presence of extraterrestrial beings, questioning our knowledge. Wandering Spirit. In a spooky area along a lonely road, a camera captures a creepy sight. In the calm road, a mysterious shape appears, going against the rules of nature. The presence, like a drifting child, hovers eerily in the air. A disturbing awareness arises, a malicious entity, or a wandering spirit, caught between realms, lingers within the domain of the living. Eerie sight. In a spooky cemetery, where the line between the living and the dead is blurred, a scary encounter takes place. The witness, filled with fear, records a terrifying scene on their camera. An unusual tall creature appears from the darkness, hiding near a contorted tree. The way it moves is beyond comprehension, like a skeletal structure advancing. Hidden creation. Unearthed by the camera, hidden creations emerge, challenging scientific knowledge. A creature with a large skull, thin body, and numerous legs moves with a jelly-like motion. Disturbing footage showcases deformities in human feet and individuals with half-human, half-animal features. These shocking revelations hint at mysterious experiments and mutations, blurring the boundaries between human and inhuman. Nightmare captured. A beautiful night by the pool turns into a nightmare for a happy family in this video recorded by a home security camera. Laughter fills the air as you bond without realizing the danger, but in an instant, the quiet place changed, and a crocodile silently appeared from the shadows, jumping into the water with evil thoughts. Fear ensues when a reptilian predator targets a female swimmer and attacks it suddenly and brutally. The family's smiles turned into screams and chaos ensued as they made their way to safety. A witch. While searching for evidence of black magic, these men were digging into the ground at a location famous for such occurrences. Little did they know that someone was keeping a very close eye on them. When the man with the camera and the light focused in the background, he captured a strange figure sitting a little distance away from them. And there's no doubt it was a scary sight, especially if you are in a dangerous spot at night. A werewolf. A farmer stumbled upon the body of a deceased werewolf and handed it over to researchers for thorough examination. Later, unknown individuals spread eerie photos and videos of the creature, causing intense fear among viewers. Despite the researchers' dedicated efforts to uncover the truth, They couldn't provide any explanations, adding to the mystery surrounding the incident. Jungle Jinn. If you're not familiar with the concept of a jinn, it's like a clever spirit in the tale. In a distant part of the world, a group of men were enjoying themselves when they thought they spotted a set of unsettling eyes emerging from the forest. They halted to confirm their sighting, revealing a creature resembling a jinn. This creature locked eyes with them, covered in a ghostly white sheet, emitting a chilling vibe. Vanishing act. Whether you call it teleportation or the presence of extraterrestrial beings among us, this video is guaranteed to send shivers down your spine. A man was strolling along the street, perfectly normal, until he reached the edge of the camera's view and vanished, just like that, into thin air. While some believed it might be a superhuman with the power to teleport, others were convinced it wasn't even a human being.
London Bridge jogger mystery. On the fateful day of May 25, 2017, a London bridge bore witness to a chilling act of unprovoked violence. A jogger described as a white male with brown eyes and short brown hair pushed a 33-year-old woman into the path of an oncoming bus. Miraculously, the bus driver's quick response saved her life. The woman tried to talk to the jogger, but he ignored her and ran away. As investigators pursued the jogger, a puzzling twist emerged when he returned to the scene but remained elusive. The motive behind this shocking incident remains shrouded in mystery. Disturbed neighbor unveiled. In a chilling incident recorded by a home camera in 2019, a California family was targeted by a disturbed neighbor, revealing his terrifying intentions. The footage captured the neighbor attempting to douse the family's home with diesel gas, mistakenly less flammable than petrol. His failed attempt to ignite the fire, which he claimed was to kill a ghost he believed he saw in their home, led to his arrest on charges of attempted harm. The lucky family survived, but the footage serves as a shocking testament to the danger posed by their dangerously disturbed neighbor. True crime story. In a chilling incident back in February 2017, Las Vegas police devised a clever plan to catch a dangerous serial killer, as two homeless men were tragically murdered in their sleep with the hammer forced on their head. Law enforcement strategically placed a dummy in the area to lure the perpetrator. The shocking video captured on camera showed a man nonchalantly approaching the dummy, mistaking it for a real person, and brutally striking its head with the hammer. After hitting the dummy with the hammer, he just moved away like a casual person. But the police swiftly arrested the murderer before he could escape. This true crime story unveils the remarkable tactics employed by the police to bring a range criminal to justice.
A pixie. You know how those little fairy-like creatures that we all have heard of? Yep, those are the pixies. Even though they are mostly part of myths and legends, people at times have claimed to see them. In fact, there's a video that gives us a glimpse of what these magical creatures could look like if they were real. The video shows a tiny being peeking out of a mountain cave, maybe checking out the person who was filming it. It appeared for only a few seconds before vanishing back into the cave. So, what do you think? A Yeti. The video captures a gigantic creature that totally shocked the person filming it. But here's the kicker. When they went back the next day to shoot more footage, the creature was completely gone. People went crazy online trying to figure out what the heck it could be. Some thought it was a Nephilim or Yeti, while others were convinced it was some kind of secret military project. A demon. A bunch of hikers got lost while trekking in the woods at night. In their quest for a way out, they stumbled upon something that left them and the world shocked. As they ventured further, they noticed a figure sitting on the ground. One of them aimed a flashlight towards the being, which initially had its back towards them. However, as soon as the creature turned around, they were filled with terror. Scared for their lives, they sprinted away as fast as they could. Unfortunately, the video cut short, leaving everyone curious about what they encountered.
Self-obsessed bear. Here's a bear that stumbled upon a trail camera and saw it as an opportunity to shine. Feeling photogenic, the bear took hundreds of selfies from various angles. After a tiring photo shoot, it finally called it a day. UFO scare. On December 31st, 2023, South Korea witnessed a surprising and shocking sight in the sky. Some thought it was a UFO, while others believed it to be a mysterious creature waiting to attack. The South Korean military later clarified that it was just a solid-fueled rocket test, calming everyone's nerves. Ghost in the forest. If we consider the perspective of the man who recorded it all, that was definitely something very odd, and most probably a ghost that he saw right there. To be honest, anyone would think that it was a ghost in the middle of the tree, peeking around at the humans nearby. But it could be anything from an alien to just a part of the tree itself. Let us know what you guys think. A UFO. This incident occurred in the USA in 2013, when a passenger recorded 3 strange lights from the plane's window. They seemed to be moving in the same direction, almost as if they were part of one huge spacecraft or something. Or maybe they were 3 different spacecraft. Now we know that humans haven't created aircraft like that, and this fact points us all in only one direction, that these lights are UFOs. Don't you guys agree with me on this one? A ghost in black. In this very short clip, all we see is a ghost peeking at the cameraman from behind a wall. This happened when some individuals who called themselves ghost hunters decided to explore a haunted building. This is what they witnessed there. According to them, it was a ghost, and the sounds it was making were enough to terrify them, so they ran out of the building before anything bad could happen.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
Moving fire. To some, it's a jinn, and to others, it's the work of a witch. But regardless of what it is, there is no denying that experiencing something like this in reality is quite terrifying. I mean, imagine entering a building and then seeing a fire pit moving on its own from one point to another. Anyone would be scared, right? Luckily, the man decided to run away instead of investigating what was happening.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. A'udhu bi kalimatillah at-tammat. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
Shoebill stork. This bird can either give you nightmares or remind you of a character from a 90s cartoon. No matter what, you'll definitely agree that this bird is extremely scary. It's also called the whale-headed stork and can be found in the wetlands of Central and East Africa. These birds prefer to be alone, which is probably why they're rarely spotted. Unfortunately, they're almost extinct, so they're being kept in captivity until their numbers increase enough to be released back into the wild. Horseshoe crab. Believe it or not, these strange, helmet-shaped creatures have been around on Earth for a whopping 445 million years. Back in the day, when it seemed like nobody else existed, horseshoe crabs were abundant along the shores of the ocean. They might have witnessed dinosaurs, the Ice Age, and who knows what else. They might have even been around before all of that. It's a mystery how they've managed to survive for so long. Only God knows. The cassowary. Cassowaries, like dinosaurs, have been around for about 60 million years. These big, colorful birds walk on 2 legs and have a large, bony crest on their heads. Their feet have sharp, dagger-like claws. People consider them very dangerous, and they're known for attacking and even killing humans. That's why they're often called modern-day dinosaurs.
Someone in the desert. In August 2016, a video surfaced online featuring a humanoid figure walking in the Portuguese desert. Some believed it to be a chupacabra, while others thought it might be an extraterrestrial being. The creature was never captured on camera again, leaving its true identity a mystery. One intriguing detail was its movement towards the bushes, followed by a sudden disappearance. The creature's whereabouts remain unknown, leaving us to wonder about its fate. A UFO. This mysterious object was seen flying around in Hertfordshire. As the video was uploaded on YouTube, many people were quick to claim that it was a UFO. However, by the looks of it, it is rather hard to say. It could just be an aircraft too. Devil in the sky. The footage captured smoky giants with weird glowy red eyes on top of the city. They looked like they were made of smoke or mist and had red eyes that were glowing like lasers. This footage revealed one of the most unbelievable encounters ever captured on camera. The figures quickly vanished into nothing after appearing for a few moments and were never seen again. A terrifying train tunnel adventure. 3 boys decided to explore a train tunnel near a lake armed with flashlights and trail camera. The tunnel was so dark that even with flashlights, they weren't able to see a few steps forward. As they venture deeper, the tunnel's length surprises them. and nervousness turns into panic when they hear an approaching train. In this tense situation, they squeezed themselves against the tunnel wall. The train passed by, and the boys didn't get any harm. The harrowing experience leaves a lasting impression, and the boys decide to avoid any further train tunnel adventures in the future. Kidnapping credit. This video was taken from one of the many creepy videos of the dark web. It shows a woman in a white shirt, with some numbers written on it, who has been abducted and locked up in a small prison-like room. The video starts with the woman holding up a sign that says, "I have food for 2 more days. There is no water." The video shows the girl getting scared and calling out for help, and ends when someone tries to break into the room and the girl starts screaming for help. This is one of the most horrible moments captured on camera. Haunted house in the mountains. A daring group of YouTube explorers venture into a haunted mountain house, encountering unexplained events, a loud bang, eerie whispers, and a mysteriously moving bag. Their curiosity leads them to discover a hidden passage, where they glimpse something enigmatic, leaving viewers and snippers captivated and puzzled. Creepy night encounter. So there's this video of some folks who decided to take a nighttime stroll in the woods. They had a flashlight to light their way, but the darkness made it all pretty eerie. While walking, they stumbled upon this strange creature sitting on the ground, its back turned towards them. At first, they thought it might be some animal, but when it turned its head, they saw these glowing eyes and a super creepy face. Some say it could have been a fallen angel. Others claim it was a demon. Motorway standoff. In February 2015, 2 truck drivers observed themselves entangled in a nerve-wracking encounter. A white truck aggressively cornered them, coercing a slowdown, while the concern of a likely armed driver paralyzed their moves. The traumatic standoff continued until the white truck finally withdrew. Seizing the danger, the shaken drivers resolved to break out the unnerving situation, navigating through uncertainty as they sped away to safety. The incident left them with a lingering experience of vulnerability, all the time etched in their memory as a tale of survival towards the chances. Nighttime mystery. In a chilling incident captured on video in Bernard Law, Montgomery, Texas, citizens were startled awake by the continual ringing of a doorbell in the dead of nighttime. Upon reviewing the stay footage, they witnessed a distressed pregnant girl wearing shackles, approaching the front porch and frantically ringing the doorbell. Worried speculations arose, suggesting she could have been kidnapped and sought safe haven at the nearest residence for assistance. The unsettling scene left the network on side, urging them to return collectively in a bid to get to the bottom of the mystery and offer help to the enigmatic woman in misery. Creepy clown in Jacksonville, Florida. Home safety cameras captured an unsettling collection of activities as odd sightings of clowns began to proliferate for the duration of the region. From the quilt of darkness, these eerie figures appeared, lurking within the shadows and causing unease among citizens. Their intentions remained shrouded in thriller, leaving the network on side and authorities confused. As phrases spread and the odd occurrences increased, the as soon as peaceful streets of Jacksonville converted into an unnerving realm, prompting both curiosity and fear. A weird cryptid. Captured by a trail camera, this video shows a very weirdly shaped creature sitting on the ground. Was it an alien, or was it something else? Even though the video was uploaded many years ago, no one has been able to determine anything about the being in it. A black shadow. All we see in this clip is a man going on his way, and then a black shadow appears. He pushes the man against the wall and then continues to try and drag him towards where it came from. But the real thing to wonder about here is whether it was really just a black shadow doing that, or was it a shadow of something that the camera couldn't capture? Strange figure. This clip is a little blurry, so we couldn't make out exactly what was happening there. However, it looks like 1 or 2 figures floating on the ground, moving somewhere. It was so shocking that even the dog stopped barking and just stood there looking at the figures. The video is creepy in many ways. From the figures not walking but floating and leaving behind a trail, to the shocked dogs. Were they ghosts, or was it something else?
Weird ape. This photo was captured by a trail camera in Florida, USA. The trail camera was placed near a plot feeder in Florida. The image shows an ape sitting behind a tree log in the distance. The animal can be seen very closely with its multicolored fur and big ears. The eyes are big and shiny. The snout is like any of the other species of monkey. The head is big and fur is thick. UFO spotted. This footage captured by a security camera placed on a pole shows a very strange object flying in the sky, leaving a weird trail of lighting behind as it moves. Experts have speculated that it is a UFO, probably a mothership. The object flies into the frame from a distance and moves at a supernatural high speed, leaving a weird trail of light behind as it moves out of the frame. No other explanation of this footage has been given yet.
Man in a strange hat. A strange footage recorded by a motion-sensitive security camera that belongs to a zoo in Amarillo, Texas, shows a very weird, unidentified creature. It somewhat looks like a man wearing a strange big hat, but what would a man be doing in the zoo premises in the middle of the night? Some people said it was the Bigfoot. However, the creature is still unidentified, and there is no clue about what it really was. Sirens are real. A footage has been circling the internet that shows a very creepy and horrible-looking aquatic creature. The creature looks like a very large-sized fish, but it has arms and a head. While the upper part of its body somehow resembles a human body, the creature has a fishtail instead of legs. You might be thinking that it is a mermaid, but the creature does not look like My Little Mermaid. It has a very terrifying face with hollow eyes and pale skin. Flying man. As some tourists were capturing moments with a magnificent building in the backdrop, the individual operating the camera observed an unusual event unfolding in the background. A person, or perhaps not entirely human-looking, was soaring at a considerable altitude in the sky. The situation lacks a rational explanation, making it challenging to definitively classify the flying entity as a human or something different. What's even more astonishing is the remarkable velocity at which it swiftly darted away. An alien. Unlike the other clips in today's video, this one was recorded within a room. These individuals had installed cameras inside their house due to prior experiences with paranormal activities. However, this time it reached an entirely new level. A peculiar figure emerges from behind the door. The humanoid figure gives the impression of attempting to glance inside the room. It does come into slightly clearer view, but the video ends before affording us a more distinct sighting.
Figure in the back. This image was shared online by an adventurer. The image looks completely normal at first, but if we look closely, there is something very creepy in it. A dark black figure can be seen in the background lurking behind in the wilderness, staring at the man in the front. The figure seemingly resembles an ape. When the image caused a stir around the internet, the man who uploaded the photos revealed that the picture was captured in the Parana Delta region. The locals of that area have witnessed some weird and creepy white creatures in that area and have many stories about it. However, people speculate that this could be the legendary Bigfoot. Cat monster. This footage is one of the most bizarre videos on the internet. The video shows a very creepy and weird creature. It is tall and frail with the head of a cat, but it resembles no normal cat. It walks on two limbs and has an abnormally large head as compared to its body. What's even creepier about this creature is its eyes and mouth. The eyes are big and creepy, and the mouth is so scary, with long and sharp teeth that resemble small knives. The mouth is so wide and big. This is one of the most unexplainable videos online.
Someone under the bridge. You never know when you'll stumble upon some spooky beings, even in the city. Just take this guy in Kyiv, who got a freaky critter slinking around under a bridge on camera. The whole setting was super eerie, with the sun setting and casting long shadows all over the place. And let me tell you, this thing was no tiny critter. Despite being filmed from a distance, it was still pretty easy to spot. Someone in the woods. A group of friends were camping in the woods and having a blast with snacks, bonfires, and movie nights. However, after a while, they noticed that one of the friends was missing. Worried, they went to look for her, and as they delved deeper into the woods, they heard her scream.
Alexis?
Suddenly, they came face to face with a strange spider-like creature crawling towards them. To this day, nobody knows what it was or where it came from. A sneaky being. You know how people are always curious and checking out anything out of the ordinary? Well, this dude took it to a whole new level. From what we've heard, he heard some strange noises coming from the woods. So late at night, he decided to go there and see if he could find anything intriguing. Little did he know, he stumbled upon a weird creature lurking behind a tree, making eerie whistle-like sounds. And as soon as he saw it, he ran for his life. And luckily, he made it out safe.
Someone in the house. Somewhere near an abandoned house, a man succeeded in recording an eerie sight. In one of the windows, a peculiar figure can be seen moving from the right to the left side. According to the man, it is a ghost, as the house was famous for ghost sightings. However, there is always the possibility that it's nothing more than a fake, a human-like figure. Recorded in the woods, this video shows a strange human-like figure dressed in all black, standing alone in the middle of the night. The figure also appears to be moving towards the person with the camera. When the video was uploaded to the internet, it left everyone confused. Many people from the same area claim to have seen this figure before, but no other evidence besides this video has ever been found. A dog man. In a spine-chilling CCTV photos, a mysterious and enigmatic creature turned into captured roaming through a walking route. This strange being seemed to own the body and gait of a dog, yet it resembled a human. The bizarre sight has left professionals baffled, sparking fervent speculation about the origins and nature of this extraordinary hybrid creature. In the mysterious moonlight setting, an eerie figure appears, a kangaroo-like creature with dark and light fur standing in a barren outdoor area. The watchful gaze of the entity surveys the unsettling environment, always alert for potential threats. The creature's strong body is ready to escape, its ears listening carefully to the sounds of the evening. Unexplained creature. Back in February 2023, this eerie trail cam footage surfaced on TikTok. At first, it shows a coyote wandering around, and suddenly two big glowing eyes appear in the background. The coyote seemed to notice it too, even though it was only visible for a moment. Maybe it's just a large black bear, but in the deep dark woods, who knows what else it could be? Ghost. Initially, they mistook the figure on the road for an elderly man. In their car, the men reduced their speed to offer help. However, as they attempted to communicate, the figure's eerie movements gave them pause. Ignoring their calls and not altering its path, the figure's intentions remain unclear. The video concludes without revealing the outcome, leaving room for speculation about the unsettling encounter. A cannibal. The figure appears human-like, wearing shorts, yet its face, skin color, and texture set it apart as something distinct. Could this have been a Bigfoot sighting? Alternatively, might there be other eerie and dangerous creatures concealed in the woods? This trail camera happened to unexpectedly capture whatever it was. What are your thoughts? Paranormal activity. A guy heard screaming voices from inside a building and went in to investigate. As he approached, the voices started to get louder and louder, as if a woman was crying for help and someone was torturing her. As the man got closer to the source of the voices, a dark figure appeared and ran straight towards him, causing the man to run for his life. Maybe it was a ghost, or maybe it was a potential serial killer. We may never know the truth. A scary trail cam footage. This creepy creature appeared from behind the tree and disappeared a few seconds later. It's something that no one knows about yet. Was it just a human wearing a costume? Or did it actually resemble what skinwalkers look like? And what was it doing so deep in the forest late at night? These questions remain unanswered, no matter how long the video has been out. A jinn. While driving in the woods, a man captured footage of a strange creature on his dash cam. The creature stood in the distance without any movement. According to the man, it was a jinn. However, since the video ended without offering us a closer look, we can never be entirely certain. It could have been a tree, or possibly a jinn as described.
Deadly crocodile. This footage shows one of the creepiest sights of a crocodile. The crocodile is in the water at first, unseen and hiding, when the man who filmed this notices something strange in the water near the surface. As he goes closer, the crocodile becomes clearer to the view. Its mouth is wide open, with its sharp teeth visible. However, it does not attack the man. It doesn't even move at all or close its mouth. Viewers speculate that the beast might not be alive anymore. Spooky house. The chilling home surveillance camera footage captures unsettling paranormal activities plaguing a mother and son. As they witness the door handles moving mysteriously, fear takes hold when an unseen entity blocks their escape. Terrifyingly, the son's chair is violently jolted, and the doors begin to bang shut, trapping them. The haunting footage leaves no doubt about the presence of an invisible and malevolent supernatural spirit, infusing the house with an atmosphere of terror and uncertainty.
Glowing eyes. Captured by a man's camera were not just one, but two peculiar creatures. Their eyes emitted an eerie glow as if fixed directly on the man, yet this might have been due to the camera's flash. These two creatures didn't resemble humans in the slightest. So what were they? Could they have been the infamous skinwalkers, or perhaps something entirely different? Feel free to share your thoughts on this one. A scary sight. Discussing unsettling videos that people attempted to have removed from the internet, we can't overlook this one. Recorded within an abandoned and haunted house, a group of men ventured in to investigate the presence of ghosts. However, what they encountered was beyond their expectations. A scene where one of the men was levitating upside down in the air, seemingly suspended by an unseen force. The video, only a few seconds in length, mainly displays a black cloth in a corner and the inverted man. With the video's conclusion being ambiguous, we're left in the dark about the fate of the man involved.
Hotel room discovery. A video captures a cautionary tale as a man emphasizes the importance of checking hotel rooms for secret openings. During a routine inspection, he uncovers a mysterious void beneath the door, revealing an empty cave-like space. To his horror, something stirs within, accompanied by an eerie voice. This unnerving encounter serves as a stark reminder to travelers to remain vigilant and thoroughly examine their accommodations for any hidden surprises. Safety should never be taken for granted, as the unexpected may lurk in the shadows. Eerie sight revealed by remote cam. In a secluded forested area on September 26, 2022, Jesse and Julie, an elderly couple, set up a motion-activated trail cam they had longed for. Hoping to capture local wildlife like deer or wolf, they instead stumbled upon an unsettling image. Zooming in, the photo appeared to show a spectral figure clad in a white gown, which on closer inspection resembled a skull with dark, hollow eyes, clutching an unidentified plant. Locals spoke of cursed lands inhabited by shape-shifting spirits, as the couple knew about this before, but they didn't believe it. But now after this incident, they decided not to capture any further footage in that area.
Supernatural happenings. A real ghost was caught in CCTV footage outside the window when two people were sleeping. On a dark night, there was a creepy encounter through the dimly lit window. They both fall asleep, unaware that there are ghosts nearby. As the clock strikes an ominous time, security cameras capture a figure emerging from the darkness. The ghost roams the landmark with an invisible presence, as if watching over the sleeping people with an invisible expression. Strange figure. The photo taken from the alarm camera in a quiet region discovered the mystery. A busy family gets an unsolicited letter cautioning them of an incident at the balcony. Out of interest, they scanned the stressful video, their hearts beating quicker. A massive black figure all at once seemed on the display screen, its class simple. She walks beyond the digicam with an inexplicable, eerie grace. The portrait then mysteriously disappeared as if it were swallowed by way of darkness, leaving the family baffled and haunted through the mystery. Skinwalker. On October 28, 2020, at 7 p.m., this trail cam caught a deer strolling along its path. Another deer followed, but when it got in front of the camera, it stood on its hind legs with its head out of sight. People speculated it could be a skinwalker, but it turns out the deer was just munching on leaves from the tree. A skinny humanoid. Some say this creature is a dogman, while others dismiss it as a fake or a prank. Its skinny figure and creepy crawling leave many unsettled, with some even suggesting it's a wandering skinwalker in the woods. Wandering ghost. A trail camera captures the haunting presence of a wandering ghost in the woods. Cloaked in a greyish form, the ghost-like figure roams aimlessly, occasionally kneeling before continuing its eerie movements. This ethereal being, neither fully human nor spirit, elicits an undeniable sense of the supernatural. Creepy doll. In a beautiful Mexican house, a girl likes to spend her afternoon enjoying the warm sunshine of the sun. After school, she immerses herself in her fantasy world, playing with her beloved doll. Laughter echoed throughout the room, and his joy knew no bounds. Suddenly, her eyes widened in surprise as one of her dolls came to life and seemed to move on its own. The girl watched in awe, suspended in disbelief and wonder as a magical moment unfolded before her innocent eyes and left a memory in her heart forever. Strange creature. With a burst of courage, a man entered a haunted house without knowing the terrifying surprise that awaited him. As he cautiously explored and documented everything with his camera, he suddenly encountered a shadowy figure lurking in the darkness. The figure's intense stare was fixed on him, causing the man to feel both startled and frozen in fear. The video he was recording abruptly cut off, leaving us curious about the true nature of this unsettling presence. Could it be conceivable that the mysterious entity is actually an extraterrestrial in disguise? An eerie animal. Recently posted on the internet, this video has raised numerous questions in the minds of viewers. A man, while on his way home, came across a rather eerie sight and began filming it. The video doesn't make it easy to identify the object, but it appears to be some sort of hybrid creature. However, upon closer inspection, it became clear that it was simply a brown hyena carrying the remains of a zebra. So, there's probably no need for concern.
Stalker ghost. This footage was shared on Facebook and has become viral since it was uploaded. The video was shot on the cell phone of the person who is walking peacefully in the fields when suddenly a scary figure appears on his screen. It just appears out of nowhere, standing in a small distance behind him. As he sees closely, the figure looks more like a dead person or a zombie. It is frail and weak and has thin limbs. The skin also looks burnt and withered. The man starts running as he gets scared of what he just saw, but as he starts to run, the figure follows him down the path. Jaguar man. In the chilling street camera footage, a wolf-like creature with pointy ears and thin legs is spotted in the town. The sight of the Jaguar man instills fear and creates a sense of danger for the town's citizens. The mysterious and threatening presence of this creature remains a haunting enigma. Mysterious transparent being. Uploaded by Vision Paranormal, this footage follows a newlywed couple in a dense forest, known for sightings of the legendary Wendigo, a malevolent spirit tied to winter, famine, and cannibalism in Native American lore. As they stroll along the path, the camera captures a mysterious shade moving among the trees. Unable to recognize its true nature, they both become frightened and flee the scene. They start running as the camera falls, and eerie sounds emanate from afar. Speculations arise about encountering the Wendigo, or an enigmatic transparent entity, leaving viewers perplexed by this eerie and unexplained forest encounter. The brave encounter. Venturing into the woods on his bicycle, a 15-year-old boy seeks an adventurous trail ride. Unexpectedly, he encounters an immense bear. Showing remarkable courage, the boy lifts his bicycle overhead, attempting to assert dominance and appear strong. The young adventurer handles the situation with bravery and composure, eventually driving the bear away. He captured this encounter on the camera. This harrowing experience highlights the importance of being prepared for wildlife encounters while exploring the wilderness.
Disappearing man. A mysterious man appears and vanishes in the background, defying surveillance cameras in a forest. As a group travels through the woods, the man stands, seemingly without purpose. Despite cameras at the entrance and exit, no recording of his entry or exit is found. Speculation arises of a time traveler, leaving behind an inexplicable and otherworldly enigma. Glowing eyes. A few years ago, a YouTuber shared a short clip with us, capturing two glowing eyes in the darkness of his house. He felt like something was staring at him from the dimmer side of the room, and when he checked, that's what he found. It could be his dog or something more mysterious like a demon, but we can't be sure. A demon. In January 2013, during the assessment of footage captured by a trail camera set up in the woods over a few days, someone came across a rather unsettling revelation. They portrayed it as an alien entity, although some suggest it might be a ghost or an unknown creature. At first, I thought it could be a deformed shrub or a regular animal. Yet upon further inspection, the odd manner in which the creature moved and its direct focus on the camera strongly suggested that it was definitely out of the ordinary. This image is taken from a video where a man saw an abandoned house in the middle of the woods, and when he went near, he happened to see this weird being right there. However, as soon as the creature saw the man, he ran away. But that looks more like a fake than a real alien being there, right? Unexplainable creature. Within the mysterious woods, an adventurous person embarks, motivated by curiosity and a desire for the unfamiliar. Strange noises fill the atmosphere, causing a chilling sensation. As the brave camera operator ventures further into the shadows, an unimaginable terror becomes visible. Ghost appearance. In the haunting footage from a San Diego restaurant, a surveillance camera reveals a bone-chilling sight. A ghastly presence resembling a ghostly figure nonchalantly strolls through the lobby. Its ethereal form sends shivers down the spine, leaving a lingering sense of dread. Beware as the unknown descends upon the unsuspecting, blurring the line between the living and the realm of the supernatural. What hides in the mysterious presence as the eerie video plays? Could it haunt crowded spaces as a ghost? A fairy. People have dubbed the entity in the trail camera footage a fairy, although it's plausible it could also be an insect. The individual who owns the trail camera labeled it as a woman, but the rationale behind this remains unclear. Still, the resemblance to a fairy raises the question of their existence. What if fairies are real? A ghost caught on CCTV? The primary purpose of this camera was to safeguard the car, vigilantly recording anyone or anything that entered its range, even including ghosts. Consequently, when a supposed ghost was moving along its path, the security camera documented its presence. Despite skepticism surrounding the tale, there's no alternative explanation available either. What's your take on this? Abduction, maybe? In a bone-chilling incident captured by a surveillance camera, a figure moves towards the front yard wall, oblivious to the lurking terror. As the person nears the wall, it vanishes into thin air, as though snatched by an unknown force from above. The unsettling question lingers. Was this being truly human, or something far more sinister? A spine-tingling encounter that leaves us questioning the nature of reality itself. Fight for dominance. On June 24, 2023, this clip captured two foxes engaging in a fight for social dominance. It's not something we see every day, as these creatures have their unique nature. But the trail cam recorded the intense battle. The video ends without revealing the winner or loser, leaving us in suspense.
Chased by a tiger. This footage was captured by a man who was riding on his bike through the woods. He was going at a high speed, passing through a road built in the middle of the woods, when suddenly a tiger charged at him, running at full speed towards him. Luckily, the biker managed to get away as he was also on a high speed, and as the tiger missed his target, it ran off into the opposite part of the woods and disappeared. Prehistoric ice. This footage was recorded by a camera that was sent down a hole in East Antarctica by explorers. The video recorded its complete journey down the hole until it reaches the point where the ice is located that is approximately 200 million years old. This is one of the most amazing sightings. Shark encounter. This footage was shot by a diver who was on his exploration journey in the deep seas when he suddenly realized that a great white shark had just passed near him. The shark then notices and starts to come at him at different times, but lucky for the diver, the shark finally turns away from him and does not attack him. He then dives back to the surface and climbs back on the boat safely, and also warns his fellow crew to look out for the shark and be careful.
An alien-like creature. This truck driver was cruising through his usual day when he caught something super spooky on his dash cam. If you blink, you might miss it because it's that fast. So, we slowed it down for you, and what did we find? A strange shape lurking on the side of the road. What in the world could it be? Some folks reckon it's an extraterrestrial, while others reckon it's all a bunch of baloney. But even if it is a hoax, it's still enough to give you the heebie-jeebies. Don't you agree? An unknown being. People are totally split on what they think they're seeing. Some folks are like, that's just a gorilla, no big deal. But then others are like, excuse me, that thing looks like a freaky spider creature. Either way, it's creepy as heck how it slowly starts creeping towards the camera, and you can hear the guy behind it totally freaking out. Seriously, it's like something straight out of a horror flick.
A real-life witch. Somewhere in Afghanistan, two men happened to capture a strange sight on camera. According to them, it was a black magic practitioner who stays in the caves and never comes out. When they first saw it, it ran into the cave, but the men were not in the mood to let it go like that, so they followed it inside. However, upon entering, all they saw was someone covered in a black cloth, with long and weirdly shaped fingers holding a log or something. Judging by the voice, it sounded like a woman. Nothing was confirmed as the men decided to leave it alone and go on their own way. A weird woman. Some policemen received information about a nearby fire and were told to go check it out. However, upon reaching the mentioned place, they discovered it wasn't just a fire. There was also a woman standing right above the flames. She appeared to be engrossed in some kind of ritual, which led people to believe that she was a witch. A huge, dark figure. This TikTok video features a massive creature captured by a trail cam. It walks into the frame and disappears into the darkness, unlike any usual human. Some believed it might be the infamous Bigfoot, but despite investigations, nothing conclusive was ever found. A seafood buffet. One day, a man noticed a tiny catfish in his shop with an unusually swollen belly. Upon closer inspection, he realized it had eaten another catfish, whose face was clearly visible inside. It may seem creepy, but that's just how life and nature work. Skinwalker. Lost in an unknown location, a man decided to record what he encountered in the darkness. Little did he know that he would come face to face with the most terrifying sights of his life. Not just once, but twice, he captured these horrifying creatures roaming the earth. When the video surfaced online, many were quick to claim that the camera had captured the infamous skinwalkers. Given their long hair, short arms, and peculiar bodies, it could easily have been a sighting of a skinwalker, or perhaps an elaborately staged hoax. A weird dog. Inside an abandoned animal hospital, a man discovered a dog in a cage. Curious, he approached for a closer look at the poor animal's condition. However, what he saw was far from his expectations. The dog was speaking and possessed very unusual eyes and body features. Then, in an unexpected moment, the dog let out a scream that didn't resemble a typical dog's sound at all.
Can you understand me? What?
So, if it wasn't a normal dog, what could it have been? Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe for more content. Subscribe.